Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Create Every Day in April. Today is Friday, April 16th, 2021, and we're working on a project that we started on yesterday. Now, I just recorded the video and I looked up and it was at 22 minutes. Same thing that happened yesterday. Um, and we hadn't even did anything. This project is going to take longer than I thought it was going to take. It's going to take us more than 2 to 3 days. And I do apologize for that. So I wanted to give you more than just painting a few pieces and say thank you and come back tomorrow. So I did do some other stuff on camera on the video, but we're going to put that to the side for now. We're going to let these dry and come back. Now, I did waste a lot of white paint right here, and I have nothing to paint over. Actually, I do. All right, so let's catch up and let's do some stuff together versus you seeing me paint, okay? First, I want to thank Marla. She gave us our new name for, is it Gabriella? I think it's Gabriella. It's a Julie Nutting stamp. This is Calypso, okay? So I went ahead and finished it up this morning on camera, but then I stopped the film. This is Calypso. She is the daughter of a sea captain, and she's traveled with him on many of his journey. And she owns a cute little shop called the Sea Shanty. They live not on an island, but like in a very seafaring town. And I went ahead all this morning. I glued this down with some regular glue, or glitter glue, and then I took this. This was a white sheet of paper. I took it and I applied some of this on it, and then I took the paintbrush and went over it to give it that look, and then I kind of curled it over on this side and balled it up a little to give it a little bit of worn effect. Now, this is one of those posters that, she's selling everything in the shop, right? So this has a really hefty price tag, and if you want to buy it, inquire within. And so this is how it's going to look so far. And I'm only concerned about this leg right here because it's gonna hang off. I don't want to do it flat. What's the use, right? What is the use in doing a flat piece? So I want to do it like this. And I'm going to get it. Don't worry. I will figure that out myself. And then I took some tape and put it on her arm because I cut it. And we're going to glue her down like that. So this is how it will look at the very, very end. But until the very, very end comes, we have work to do. We've already painted our pieces that are going to go on to the desk. The mermaid. And the mermaid has a very interesting story. She is in the town square. And Calypso sells small little replicas. We have some wood pieces, and I got these from various places. Most likely I got a lot of them from Tuesday morning in some of the packets that they have. And I thought we would just work with those. So we're going to move those to the side. We're going to let the other things dry, and we're going to work on another part of the project. All right, so first we're going to take this sheet of paper and we're just going to stamp all over it because what we're stamping on it is not important, but the sheet of paper is. So we're just going to do a few random stamps on here. Whenever you buy stamps, you tend to buy them for the cuteness, yeah? What the stamp is doing. I really like this stamp. I probably bought it in a D-stash. But if it doesn't stamp out properly, like this, and I'm not trying to get a good image. I don't need it. I don't need to be a good image. But when I go back and revisit that stamp and it doesn't do what I need it to do, I'm going to have to get rid of it. Because I am trying really hard to not keep a lot of junk. Even though I like the junk, I don't need the junk in my life if it's not going to do what it needs to do. And it may be out the door. I have a few out the door stamps that I need to go ahead and get rid of. My only concern is I cannot figure out how I would be getting rid of them, Let's see. Got this little fish. Do this fish then we'll be done. All right. All right, so I'm going to just, I folded it in 2 folds. We're going to get 4 sheets out of this. Hopefully, if I folded everything properly, we'll get 4 sheets on this. So, you know, when you're working on these kinds of projects, they can take up some time, and that's okay, as long as you're mentally prepared for that. And I figured that we would be in this predicament. And I really want to take you along for the whole entire experience. I don't want to kind of like leave you out. And then you're like, well, how did this happen? Or when did this transpire? So, you know, I really want to take you with me on the journey and not have you wonder how we got, you know, how did we get from A to F already? So that's why I want, you know, I want you to see it. And then if you decide to do something similar or even better than this, you know, go for it. Please, by all means, go for it. I think we probably need to cut this down once more. Let me see. Yep, we're going to cut it down one more time. They don't have to be even. You just need them to be similar in size. So we're going to take our paintbrush that has the white paint on it, and that's okay. And, you know, Tim Holtz Distress inks will always react to water, right? It will always react if you put enough on there. And this paper is so flimsy, it's going to be great. We're going to have a great effect for what I want to get on here. What I want to do. I have a drawer full of scraps, right? Full of it. And I'm going to have to watch some of these scrap videos because I need to use it up. I don't think I'll be doing like a whole full-fledged series on scraps. I tried that before and I just got tired of doing a similar thing over and over again. But my scrap pieces are large, 12 by 12. Like I'll take a page out and I won't use it. Like, who does that? This lady. All right. I actually like this a lot, this piece right here. So we're going to take this piece out. We're going to take that piece out. All right. So we're going to let these dry and we're going to move on to another project while we're waiting. Okay. So we're going to be using this. You've seen me talk about these in the past. They come from the Dollar Tree. And all the stuff right here, everything we're going to work with came from Dollar Tree, except for these little gems. And we're going to put those in there first. Hopefully they fit. Yep, they fit. Nothing else will fit in here, though. That's for darn sure. So let's go ahead. I took a few of those out. I'm going to put these to the side. I think that they have a size larger than this at the Dollar Tree. So if you're interested in attempting this project, you can definitely check that out. So now what I'm going to do is open up this dang glitter. You all know how I love glitter, right? No, I hate it. But we need some sparkly stuff in here. So for the sake of art. And you really need to have something else down here. Don't be like me. Be better than me. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Yeah. Just like that. All right, so I put a little scroll in there. some glitter, some little beads. I think I need to put some more jewels in here. Yeah, let's put another pearl or something in here. So here we go. And of course, you know, they have to have like little random trinkets. So this is just some junk she picked up off the beach. Local crap. And then this little scroll in here is probably just some information about the town, if the person was to open it up. All right, so our papers are almost dry. They would dry a lot faster if I didn't stack them all up on each other. But you see how they look like this now? That was the goal of stacking them. So now we can spread them out a little bit and let them be free. And this one is almost dry too. I try not to pull out the heat tool too much on a few of the projects, just because I don't want to ruin stuff. I'm not saying that I would ruin it, but I could. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the back, and now you see this looks like a map now, right? Instead of using your map paper, you can make your own map paper. And we're just gonna put that right here. Yep, that looks great. So we're gonna go ahead and glue it down, and we are gonna use the art glitter glue because we want it to dry fast, and we're not gonna put it in the wet area. I'm gonna try to avoid that as best as possible. It's time to assemble, y'all. We may actually get this done in a day, another day. You know, I've already worked on some of it earlier, so that could be why, right? And I don't know, I think because I have scoliosis, I always put things at an angle because I'm crooked, right? Who knows? I just think some things look better tilted, you know. All right. Now, I don't have a pet, but if I had a little dog, I don't want a cat. I think dogs do better on the sea than cats, but who do I know? I've never taken a cat or a dog on the sea. So yeah, it looks good. We're in the money. Let's go ahead and work on moving these out the way for now and work on painting. So these paint brushes came from the Dollar Tree. They are, you know, you get what you pay for. I put some glue on there, but I think I may have put it in too deep. And I want to talk about why I don't dip inside and paint from there, because I don't want to contaminate the paint. It's better to waste a little bit of paint than contaminate your entire situation. And what we're going to do is do a little bit of a mix like we did yesterday, but not a lot. We already had this white hanging out right here. So we're going to go ahead and capture that. And we're only going to paint this mermaid. You can see some of her pink, purple, whatever. Yeah, purple coming through. And that's okay, I think. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good already. Look at that. That looks good already. We're going to have to do more than one coat, though, because some of the purple is still poking through. And I guess that's okay, but not really, right? So, you know, if you're working on project similar to this, let me know. And if you have pictures, I would love to see pictures of a completed, you know, one of your completed projects. Give me some motivation. I'm so hungry. I have been trying to be a better person to myself lately and not eat out so much. But today, this morning, after school, I'm taking myself out, and I'm going to take the little roommate with me. I've been trying to cook more. Not a whole bunch. Now, don't think I'm getting in the kitchen and I'm going to be Julia Child or anything like that. But I should have sanded off that China symbol on the back, on her back, and I didn't. I had told myself I was, and then I just went straight into the paint. Because something about painting is just so fun. I enjoy it more than fussy cutting, even though I do more fussy cutting. And I just peeled off that white portion on her face, her head. So now what we're going to talk about this replica is, the replica is a replica to a certain point. Calypso actually has learned how to mold clay. And so she doesn't have a large amount in the back. She makes about 10 a month. So you can't go into her sea shanty and see a lot of these in the store. You only see one on display. Now the question is, how many does she have in the back? If she only makes 10 a month, how many has she sold? It's April 16th. So we'll have to see, right? I really wish I was a better painter. And you know what they say about practice, right? Practice makes better. Right? You just got to keep practicing and doing it and trying. Okay, so right here on this side, I am going to leave it a little bit on the white side because I have changed my mind for how I want her to look. I probably should use a brush, not a brush, a sponge, because I feel like I am brushing away some of the brush strokes already, and that purple is still poking through. So we're going to sit that to the side and move on to the next project. All right, so we're going to make a little banner flag across the top. And I think we're only going to need like 3 or 4 pieces. So we're just going to have a banner flag here. And I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to do it or not, so we can have it behind her head. We can have, so we'll probably need, I'm going to do 5 pieces and we'll see how that looks. And if you have a better way than what you're about to witness, then hey, leave it in the comment section. I was going to use some paper to do this. I mean, I'm using paper, but I was going to use some color paper to use it, and I am choosing not to because I want to do something else to the paper as well. So I'm just making some triangles. Oh, fudge sticks. That did not want to work out for me. That's okay. We got it in the end, baby. We got it in the end. So here we go. Just triangles. If you have a die, I do have a die. I have a paper punch that can punch out triangles. Hindsight. All right, so we got these pennants. And we're going to glue them together. Yep, I would tell you that creating this is not what I thought we'd be doing today. Like this, I should say. All right. Alrighty, so we're going to swap over, and I put some glue here and here, and I use Alene, and I'm just going to place it right there. Am I going to be concerned about it after that? No, we're not. We're going to clip this off at the end so you won't even see that red piece. But we know it's there, right? We know it's there. All right. go here. Calypso's head gonna be in the way, so why even put it there, right? All right, let's see. All right, there we go. I tell you, sometimes you just bite off more than you could chew. And you're left chewing and chewing and chewing. You look like a cow, right, with that cud. It's going to be fun, though. Red, white, we need white. Alrighty. Let's see now. Let's see. Now I was going to put some stamps on here, but I don't have any that tiny. So I'm going to let this dry, and tomorrow we're going to come back and cut the back off, maybe. Maybe we'll leave it like that because I'm going to use some rope, some string, and maybe do that. So we're at 21 minutes. I really just got into the groove of this project, and I really kind of want to finish it. I think we painted this way, so now we're gonna just buck the system a little bit. I got this trim from Hobby Lobby, 2018, I believe. I think that's what that 8 stands for. I think. I don't know. I wish I did know that. I think it does stand for 8. 2/8, February 2008. And I think it says May. Because usually January, February is when they put their, they start doing their clearancing, right? Come on. Seriously? Okay, so we're going to take this spool. I'm trying to do 25 minutes. Now, I really want to work on this off camera, but I don't want to work on it off camera. I want to work on it with you all. So we're going to go down, silly. And that glue should hold all of this in place. And we're going to do it once more. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to hold some pressure down a little bit. And yeah, I think that's going to look good on here with all our stuff. The mermaid, she's going to need to dry overnight. So I do have another project I need to work on. And this is why I don't like to mix my projects up. So anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you're enjoying this as much as I am. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. It's fun. I'll say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.